channel, guys. I'm Mr. Carnage. This is just kind of an update to last week, so I'm going to get everybody kind of caught up. So last week, the Moderate Caucus released a stimulus package, $1.5 trillion, and the only things in it are things for the American people and, small business. And they put it out onto the floor for, both sides to kind of look at. And quite a few of them said nothing needs to be added to it, nothing needs to be subtracted from it. It's things that both sides wanted to see. So on the Republican side, they wanted to see kind of a trimmed down version of the $600 a week unemployment. The Democrats even said they'd be willing to go to $400, but it's $450 in this bill. And then on the Democrat side, it is direct payment, right? And then you've got all the, just pretty much all the stuff inside for like small business protections, lawsuits, things like that. I've looked this bill up and down, and I can't see anything really wrong with it. So on Friday, there was a lot of buzz that it looks like it's probably going to get passed. Trump even told the Republicans, just sign off on it, just get it done. And then, unfortunately, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died this weekend, right? So that kind of put a monkey wrench in some things, because this is getting pushed again to the back. Because now they're worried about filling her seat, and on the other side, stopping them filling her seat. That's become focus. Now, while that is important for that decision to be made, if it were up to me, they would hold off until after the election, not to give one side or the other any kind of advantage, is because right now that's not as important as getting stuff done that has been pushed back May, June, July, August, now September. So, political insiders today, being Monday, have actually been quite talkative. It wasn't like last week on Thursday, Friday. A lot of them were hush-hush and didn't say a lot. So, we're basically at the point now where they know they have to get this done because there's so much going on that they're seeing the economy literally fail, right? So last week's numbers for the week previous, we lost almost 1 million jobs. And then I've taken a look at the numbers for this week. So it would be for last week's unemployment. And that looks like it's about to hit over 800,000. That's, second week of September? We're already down almost 2.5 million jobs. So they know this needs to get done. But the reason why they're seriously not pushing for it is because two reasons. And I agree with one of the political insiders, is that both sides don't want money to go out right now so that they can use that money to donate to other candidates, right? To give anybody an edge, right? Stupid reason not to. That's the thing about America. We're supposed to be a free country. Give people the money. What they spend it on is up to them. If they want to give Trump $500, let them. If they want to give Biden $500, let them. That's their freedom. They're allowed to do that. And then, here's the other reason, is that they're still playing the political game. Let's see who can hold out the longest. Let's see who folds first. Let's see who crosses that line first and says, all right, we surrender. This is absolute crap that you guys are not. It's not even just the American people. It's small business and it's jobs. We lose these jobs constantly. What do you think's going to happen? Everybody's just going to, once this is all over, start opening up small businesses again? That's not how any of that works. It's going to take years to recover these small jobs that are gone. And now, since it's so late, even if they were to send money out, like I told you in a previous video, it's not going to stimulate the economy because everybody's going to be paying off debt, all their old bills, all their old rent. You know, um, that's pretty much the only thing at this point would have to be they would have to send a direct check and then make it to where a month later send another one if they wanted to stimulate the economy. Now I'm not about handouts or anything like that, but at this point it's what we got to do to curb what's going on. I talked to a couple of small business owners and they've said that they've ran through their entire savings. Um, they've taken out new loans with stupid interest rates, trying to get things to stabilize. They're on their last leg. They can't stay open another 90 days without help. So that's where we're at today. It's a sad state of affairs, that's for sure. So the easiest way to describe my take on this would be I still don't think anything will be done before the election. In fact, I think they'll fill Ginsburg's seat before we see a stimulus check. Um, that's the way it looks. So this is CNET, and this has been the same. This is what's wrong with mainstream media and a lot of the YouTube videos that I was pointing out last week. It's second stimulus, 6 critical facts to know about another payment, right? And then they posted literally since 8 o'clock today, like 4 more of these. Like, what's going to be in the second check? When should you expect it? This is clickbait. And I see so many people regurgitating this. Well, CNET said, well, the New York Times said. I don't care what they said. Until you hear with your own ears that a bill has been passed, how can you assume what day supposedly people should expect money, right? I don't know why they continuously do this, but it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. And I looked at the 6 facts, and this is just regurgitated. A new stimulus check is wanted, yes, by the American people and small business, but not here yet. Really? Well, thanks for finally putting that in, because that's not what your last article said. All it said was a new stimulus check is on the horizon and is needed by the American people. When to expect your check? Okay. This one, the IRS could send a second check faster than the first time. We've heard this from news outlets. However, the IRS has specifically said not to say that because there's no guarantee. They could have glitches in the system. There could be problems. Not to regurgitate that. And it'll be here faster. Now, this one is qualifications could tilt in your favor. And it's some of these things that were exactly like the last one. If you made a certain amount of money, this is what you got, blah, 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 down the checklist. This is exactly the problem. There's so many people out there that are confused because they think something's coming or the chances are really high something's coming. And none of that's true. Political insiders have said that this point in time, they are willing to bet that nothing will be done until after the election. Period. So they leave October 1st to go on yet another fucking vacation. It'll be their 4th one this year, or 5th, 4th or 5th. And they won't be back until 2 weeks for November, and then they're going pretty much for the election, and then they're going on a break for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They'll be gone a whole pretty much month, right? we, as far as weeks go, they have a total of 3.5 weeks from now till Christmas to actually do this. That's it. That's all they got. So, that being said, that's where we're at. I've had some people message me and ask, like, well, don't you think that they can always come back? Yes, I do think that if they reach some kind of deal, they can leave their vacation and come back for a day and get it signed or whatever. I do agree with that. That could happen, but the likelihood that'll happen is not good because when they go on vacation and they leave, do you honestly think Republicans and Democrats call each other on the phone? Hey man, how you doing? No, they don't. A couple people, stay back. The ones who actually want to get something done, they'll stay back. They won't take their vacation, and they're the ones who will eventually call. Hey, we might have reached a deal. Problem with that is that most of the time one side is loaded and the other side isn't. There might be 16 Democrats and 4 Republicans that stay behind. Reason that's a problem is that if 16 Democrats agreed that, hey, we got this done, 4 Republicans were like, yeah. Then they call back their friends, now it's 16 to 16, then the problems happen again. Well, so-and-so don't want this, so-and-so don't want that. We're going to have to rework this. So, that's just the way it goes. So, from now till the election, here's what I think you pretty much can hang your hat on. You won't see a stimulus check. They will fill Ginsburg's seat. The election, we won't know the results on election day. We probably won't know the results until 2 or 3 days after the election. Depending on who wins, will depend on what we get. So, if Trump wins and they keep the Senate, it's probably going to be the same song and dance as it has been all year. And if the Democrats win and Biden wins, they will pass pretty much whatever the hell they want because they have the House. So if they own all 3, they're just going to push legislation out. And I don't agree with that either because they already tried to fluff and add a bunch of pet projects in that, in my opinion, aren't needed right now. I mean, money doesn't grow on trees. We have 40 million people out of work. So you take 40 million people out who aren't paying taxes right now. That's a pretty big, dent in the budget. So expanding that budget further at this point would be fool. You'd be a fool to do it. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. But that's what you can expect the next couple months to look like. Will you probably get something before Christmas? Probably. Something will be done. I'm sure something will be done before Christmas, especially at the rate we're going. Flu season kicks in and it makes this worse, and we start losing 1 million jobs a week. Yeah, you can bet that something will be done. But it just sucks that we have to get that far before they do. So we'll see how it goes. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I've been appreciating the comments and then the messages and the feedback and everything. You guys are awesome. And if you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you want more, definitely subscribe and hit the notifications button. And we'll see you on the next video.